Dangal ng lahing Cagayano Press Conference dito po sa Jerry'sville. At ikinagagalak po namin ang inyong pong pagdalo dito po sa ating pong pulong balitaan, lalong-lalo na sa members po ng media na narito ngayon, ang DWPE, Radio Pilipinas, ang DCYT Sunshine Radio, Combo Radio Tutigaraw, ang DCCP Radio Sanggunian, DWCN Magic FM, RBC Cable, ang Philippine Information Agency, Philippine News Agency, Northern Forum, ang Rappler, meron din po tayo mga kasama sa vlogging, social media, Cagayan Valley Vlogger Society, ang PPDO Cable at GMA 7 Streamers. At kasama din natin ang iba't ibang department heads at consultants, mga miyembro po ng steering committee ng Search ng Dangal ng Nac Cagayan, and of course our provincial government officials headed by our Governor Manuel Mamba, Attorney Charo Villamor, ang board member po natin si board member Rudy Asis, at ang tagalang-galang na miyembro po ng Board of Judges ng Dangal, na talaga naman po hindi ko matatawaran ang kanilang integridad, kredibilidad, at ang kanila pong respetadong kalagayan sa ating lipunan. Nandito po ang ating pong dating board member Attorney Totoy Perez, at ang kilalang environmentalist, human rights activist, walang iba kundi si Attorney Aggao Nac, na Regional Governor ng Integrated Part of Philippines. Sa mga katanungan mamaya sa Dangal, sila po ang sasagot, at sa Aggao Nac Cagayan, sa dating board member Arnold Alonso. Para po sa formal natin ang mensahe ng ating pong Governor Manuel Mamba sa kanyang pong mensahe sa atin.
Hello, maraming salamat Mr. Setting, ating members ng Board of Judges, ang Complaint Press, the UCP President, Cornelia Gonzalosa, the Regional Governor of the IDB, and we also have with us Board Member Rudy Asis, Chief of Staff, from the Charo Villamor, our consultant on tourism, the expert member Arnold Alonso, the members of the media are here. Salamat po sa inyong pagtanong ng araw na ito, the department heads and consultants sa provincial government. Una, kami po yung papasalamat sa ating mga hurado sa kanilang pamimili ng mga most outstanding Cagayanos dito sa ating probinsya. I think this is the first time that we have launched, or the provincial government have launched a search for outstanding Cagayanos. And natin kasi highlight, most of the time, highlight ating celebration at Nac Cagayan is the search for the most beautiful Cagayan. And I felt that at this point in time, sa ating people who inspire us, people who would be a light for us, and people who could be regulated by each and every one of us. And I felt that this is the time that we should also recognize those who could do a lot, not only for our province, but for the country, the world. Kaya papasalamat ko, this will highlight the celebration of that world. Of course, the usual festivities that we have, the usual participation, at ako po ay nagsukuha mo sa lahat ng pagkakaisa, ng pagtutulungan, ng pagmamahalan, at pagpaplano sa ating probinsya. Binabahag ang isang probinsya. With that, we anticipate participation of every sector, participation of every Cagayan in the Aggao Nac Cagayan celebrations, start on 23 up to Civilian Force. Maraming salamat po. Again, thank you so much for being with us.
Maraming salamat, Governor Manuel Mambaser. Bago po sa ating pong formal na press conference, mauuna po muna nating ipapakilala ang mga napili sa kauna-unang pagkakataon sa kasaysayan ng Cagayan ay bibigyan po ng karangalan na maging dangal ng lahing Cagayano. At gusto ko lamang pong ipakilala po sa inyo, lalong-lalo na po sa mga nakikinig sa Bombo Radio, sa DCYT, maging sa DCCB, at nanonood din sa Facebook Live natin, tunay na mga personalidad na hindi ko matatawaran ng kredibilidad ng pumili ng mga mabibigyan po ng karangalan na natatanging Cagayano at Gintong Medalyang Award sa ating pong dangal ng lahi. Ang mga miyembro po ng Board of Judges ay si Reverend Father Danilo B. Ulep, na batid naman po natin, siya po ang chairman ng Board of Judges at siya rin po ang katatalaga na Bishop-elect ng Batanes ng ating pong Pope Francis. Kabilang din sa mga miyembro po ng Murado ay si Ginong Ismael Paredes Penado, Assistant City Administrator ng City of Talisay, Cebu, dating past National President ng Jesus Philippines. Gayon din si Miss Maria Soledad Magtuto na Board of Trustees ng Bicol River Development Foundation at naging Assistant Vice President for Operations ng TGDEP. Si Ginoong Ramfel Reynoso Pleclaro, dati pong Vice President ng Malindig Institute Foundation at naging National Chairman ng 2008-10 Outstanding Young Men of the Philippines Search. Nagsilbi ding National Executive Director ng JCS. Of course, ang ating pong kagalang-galang na Dr. Victor Totoy Perez, Presidente po ng University of Cagayan Valley at kilalang political leader dito po sa ating pong lalawigan at nagsilbi din pong Chairman ng Boy Scout of the Philippines. Siyempre, si Attorney Domingo Egon Cayosa, na ngayon po ang North Luzon Governor ng Integrated Part of the Philippines, ngunit advocacies. Si Mr. Glenn Trinidad, na currently ay Chief Executive Officer ng Enrile Teachers Integrated Development Cooperative, ang isa rin pong miyembro ng Esteemed Board of Judges. Of course, naghirap din po dito ang steering committee ng dangal ng lahing Cagayan Church sa pangunguna ni Atty. Mabel Villarica Mamba, ang buting may bahay ng ating po gobernador na siyang chairperson ng steering committee. Kasama niya po si Amparito Rosario Molina Nosan, si Atty. Ayan Luis Aguila, Atty. Bernie May Puntapay, at si Manilin de la Cruz. Manilin parang pangalan ni Meg. At sa atin, at talaga naman po ang magiging tango. Tawagan po natin si Atty. Egon Cayosa. Kilala, bigyan ng karangalan, sir. Dito po siya.
Maraming salamat kay Magiging Active Bombo Radio sa amin. Good afternoon, the First Lady of the Province, Mabel, at lahat ng mga dito na leaders, government leaders, at ang ating mga kaibigan sa media. Kami ay nagpapasalamat na natapos na ang aming vetting process para mapili ho natin mula sa mga maraming nominees para sa kauna-unahang natatanging Cagayano Awards at yung sa ating dangal ng lahing Cagayan Awards ay natapos na rin at in behalf of our chairperson, si Monsignor Danny Ulit, who is soon to be installed Bishop of Batanes. Binibiro ko nga si Bishop Danny Ulit, sabi ko next year, nominee ka. So he will not be our chairperson anymore because he might be nominated. But we're very happy, and before we announce the results and give you a brief profile, I'd like to thank the Governor and Nobel here for thinking of this award. Napakahalaga ho na meron tayong ganitong ginagawa sa ating komunidad sapagkat ang ating pagkilala sa ating mga kalahing Cagayano ay kasing halaga rin ng mga tulay, mga basketball court, mga eskwelahan at iba pang mga infrastructure at mga ginagawa natin sa ating bayan in terms of development. Kalimitan ho, nakakalimutan natin ang human development. At of course, ang madaling makita ng ating mga kababayan sa kanayunan, yung mga physical infrastructure development. Maganda ho yan at dapat tutukan pa rin. Ngunit alam din naman natin na walang saysay ang mga physical structure kung wala naman tayong mga kababayan Cagayano na mag-i-enjoy that, sa mga mag-i-enjoy dyan, at mamumuno at magbigay ng direksyon at inspirasyon sa ating mga kababayan. Kaya ho, napakaswerte natin na once again meron tayong mga pagkilala sa ating kalahing Cagayano. People whom we could be proud of, and more importantly, we can emulate. Sapagkat importante ho na yung human capital ng probinsyang Cagayan, huwag nating kalimutan. At hindi naman nagkulang ang ating lahing Cagayano sa mga magagaling at saka mga makabayang Pilipino. And it is our honor to sit in the Board of Judges. We have Father Monsignor Danny Ulet, Bishop Ulet, Board Member Toto Perez, and the other members of the Board of Judges na nabanggit na ko ni kasamang OG. Nagpapasalamat kami for that privilege. And we hope yung mga nakikinig ho, sa susunod na taon, ay sana nadami ang ating nominees kasi alam natin na napakarami hong magagaling na Cagayano. Hindi lamang dito sa ating rehiyon, kundi sa buong bansa at sa buong mundo. We look forward to a more robust search for outstanding Cagayanos in the coming years to come. So, yun, base dun sa mga objective facts na binigay sa amin. Medyo mahirap sapagkat marami hong magagaling talaga. But we cannot award everyone. May limit ho tayo, 10 ang maximum. But for this year, sa tingin ho ng Board of Judges, so we limited it to the top 6. What is very certain in our search was, one, meron hong clear consensus ang mga Board of Judges. So halos so unanimous ang aming pagpili. Pangalawa, nagpapasalamat ho kami sa Secretariat and the committee that prepared all of the materials. At mabilis din ho silang tumawag kung kinakailangan namin ang confirmation. So we thank very much the committee, and of course we know Mabel was behind that. Maraming salamat. That's the kind of work, staff work that would make it easier and more objective for our search. Yung mga hindi ho naman nanalo, maaari pang ma-nominate ulit. Kaya, dagdagan natin. And we hope, and we call on also the media to this walang sangkot dito, pero programs of our government. Ibang mga Cagayano, iba't ibang palawakin pa natin ang search for ating Cagayan. As I read the profiles, nalagay sa PowerPoint ang natin. Una ho, category ng Cagayano awardee. Ang natatanging Cagayano awardee is to be awarded to one or more outstanding Cagayanos who have made an impact in the national or international field. The awardees of natatanging Cagayano will don't go through the regular search procedure simply because their achievements, their accomplishments are already of common knowledge. Ibig sabihin, with or without our search, kilala na natin mga ito. Hindi lang sa Cagayan, kundi sa ating bansa and internationally. However, they will have to be vetted and endorsed to the search committee and for the final approval of the government. So yun ho ang natatanging Cagayan awardee. Let me start with the first. Makikita ho naman ninyo, they are very deserving at kilala nyo ang mga ito. Unang-una ho, ang ating Justice Amparo Cabotaje Tang, natatanging Cagayano. Siya ho ay tiga Solana. She's from Solana, Cagayan. She obtained her political science from the MLQU University and graduated from the College of Law of the San Beda College. In 1979, she was one of the top 10 graduates of San Beda Law Class 1979. Ang kababayan po natin na ito has, for the most part of her professional life, served our country and our people. She began her career as clerk in the Insurance Commission immediately after passing the bar. She served at the office of the Solicitor General as a trial attorney and worked her way up to become the most senior Assistant Solicitor General. Ang Solicitor General ho, yan ho ang abogado ng Republika ng Pilipinas. Lahat ng mga government agencies na kine-question o kaya kinakasuhan o ang gobyerno pag kinakasuhan natin, siya ang sumasagot. Oho. At kung yung mga huwes, sinasabi ng mga abogado kagaya namin nagkamali at kine-question yung kanilang mga desisyon, malamang ang Solicitor General ang nagdidepensa sa kanilang desisyon. Ito ho ating kababayan became the most senior Assistant Solicitor General. After her stint as Assistant Solicitor General, she was appointed Presiding Justice of the Sandigan Bayan on October 7, 2013. Siya ho ang Presiding Justice ng Anti-Graft and Corrupt Court natin. So, ang pinaka-importantong kung minsan, yung babasa natin sa newspaper, kalokohan ng ating mga Cagayano na nasa ngayon mo naman, Cagayano naman ang umuupong huhusga kung sila ba ay may salo o hindi. So, ito ho, it's really a source of pride for us. Kasi kung minsan ay nababasa na natin yung negative news, nababalanse ho. Kasi meron namang Cagayano na siya ngayon ang huhusga kung totoo ba yan o hindi. She is concurrently the chair of the 3rd Division. So ang rango ho ng Presiding Justice of the Sandigan Bayan, para rin hong rango ng Associate Justice of the Supreme Court. Okay? And we hope that in the future, she will reach the Supreme Court. So our awardee, Justice Amparo Cabotaje Tang, is a people's advocate, our woman, and Solana's gem. Congratulations, Solana. Ang pangalawa ho na awardee comes from the private sector naman ngayon. Siya ho ay tubong pataw bigay at nagtapos ng engineering sa national. Ito ho kababayan natin ito, hindi siguro kasing sikat sa ating sapagkat as an engineer, napaka-big time siya. Yung mga SM sa Pilipinas, alam nyo, Cagayano. Ang binabanggit ko ho, walang Danilo D. Tamayo. Siya ang Executive Officer of B Incorporated, an internationally recognized contractor. Kilala na natin ngayon dahil sa dami niyang tinutulungan Cagayano sa pangalang DDT. Ito ho yung magandang DDT. Meron yung poisonous DDT noon. So ito po yung magandang successful TVP. His accomplishments as a businessman are legendary, but it is his work as philanthropist which has truly set him apart from his peers. His selfless ethical contribution towards the welfare and interests of the people and the society is well known in the Cagayan community. Kahit ho, Manila-based siya, natatangi itong ating kababayan sapagkat hindi niya nakakalimutan tumulong sa mga Cagayan. Mabuhay po ang natatanging Cagayanong Engineer Danilo Tamay, the pride of Bugay. Ang pangatlo ho, and equally talagang natatangi ho, ay combination ng public service at saka private service. Kasi siya ho naman ay na-recognize na naging successful na as a private executive. Nagtrabaho na ho siya sa mga malalaking korporasyon. Ang tinutukoy ko ho ay walang iba kung hindi ang ating kagalang-galang ng Secretary of the Department of Transportation and Communications, Secretary Arthur Planta Tugade. Siya ho ay Cagayan, Cagayan. Ngunit nung bata pa ho siya, lumipat sa Manila, naging working student ho ito sa San Beda College. Ito sana inspirasyon sa mga nangaduro nga nakurapay nga kailian tayo. Kahit ho, saan kayo nanggaling, hindi rason ang poverty, ang kahirapan para hindi magtagumpay. Ito ho isang example ng taong napaka-modest pinanggalingan, pero kinabaho niya hanggang at narating niya ang matataas na mga posisyon. He was a scholar at the San Beda College from elementary to college and eventually graduated cum laude with a Bachelor of Arts degree in philosophy. Cum laude nung undergrad. Ito po, nagtapos din siya ng law sa San Beda College where he graduated magna cum laude. Kahit na nakikinig si President Duterte, hamak na mas matalino ito kaysa kay President Duterte sapagkat mag-classmate po sila. So inaamin naman ni President Duterte, mas matalino talaga siya sa kanya. Kasi mantakin yun, magna cum laude. University of Singapore in 1983. Ang National University of Singapore ho, yan ho ang pinakasikat, pinaka-highest ranking university in Southeast Asia. Mataas ho ang rank ko niyan, mas mataas pa sa UP. He held the position of President and Chief Executive Officer of Clark Development Corporation during the Aquino administration. Ito ho, tignan niyo kung gaano kagaling ang kababayan natin ito. Naging executive na siya sa private sector, Ayala Group of Companies. Pagdating ni President Aquino, ginawa siyang mataas na opisyal ng Aquino administration. Pagdating ng Duterte administration, magkaibang partido ho yan, na-promote pa siya, Secretary of Transportation and Communications. Okay? He's a public servant, game changer, and Claveria's elite son. So congratulations. Shall we proceed to the award? Yan ang mga nakikinig na nag-nominate. Bago kayo meron pang mga ganitong siguro mas. Okay, it is also 6 sa mga minis ng gitong medalya sa dangan ng lahing Cagayan. Arts. Kababayan natin ito sa Arts o siya. Siya ho ay tiga-Tugigaraw. Nagtapos ho siya sa North Central School and High School sa St. Louis. Nagsimula siya ng kanyang architecture sa St. Louis, ngunit lumipat ho para tapusin ito sa Far Eastern University. He became an architect in the year 2006, so bata-bata pa po ito. So tandaan ho ng mga kababayan natin, hindi naman kinakailangan senior citizen ka. Kahit bata ka pa, private or public sector, you may vie for these awards. He's currently based in Singapore, where he is an active member of the United Architects of the Philippines Singapore chapter. So, architect po siya, nagsimula. Pero, maliban sa kanyang pagiging arkitekto, meron ho siyang pinursue na passion, and that is photography and fine arts. It is related to his profession, but he has pursued it with so much passion. He has been recognized internationally and locally for his incredible portrayal of genuine works of art using his camera. Example lang ho, dun sa mga pagkilala sa kanya. Yung Lucy Awards finalist for Best New Talent and Deeper Perspective Award. 2005 Moscow International Awards First Placer. Moscow na ho yan, sa Russia. 2014 International Photo Awards Honorable Mention Landscape Category Prix de la Photographie Paris Bronze Award. So international po itong Cagayano. Siguro hindi natin masyadong kilala dito, but in the Southeast Asia region and in the other parts of the world, kilala na ho siya dun sa kanyang passion, and that is photography. So we hope that the budding artists of our province, and you know that many of them in the universities and in the business sector, will find inspiration kay June Epifanio Pagalilawan, Gintong Medalya Awarding for the Arts. Ang susunod do is our Gintong Medalya Awardee in the field of Science, Technology, and Engineering. Ito ho namang ating awardee is a native of Nac Cagayan. At dahil ho masigasig siya, matalino, nagkaroon ho siya ng scholarship sa Lyceum of Nac. He graduated valedictorian in 1973, and he pursued architecture in Adamson University and became an architect in 1982. He was, kaya din ho siya natatangi sapagkat maliban sa kanyang profesyon, at magagaling ang mga Cagayano dito, aside from our profession, he's one example of Cagayano. He became a two-term national president of the United Architects of the Philippines. Itong ating kababayan, he was not only a successful architect, he has his own architectural firm, but he has led the National United Architects of the Philippines hindi only once, but twice. So marami ho siya, at hindi lang ho yung posisyon. Nung siya ay namuno ng UAP, marami ho siyang mga pagbabagong ginawa. At nakagawa pa ng batas na yung mga licensed engineer lang ang pwedeng pumirma ng mga plano. Yan na ho mga ano. At siya ho naman ay na-elect din as chairman of the United Architects of the Philippines Foundation Incorporated. Because of his accomplishments in his profession and in his organization, he was appointed as member of the Philippine Monitoring Committee of the Asia Pacific Economic Council, APEC, from 2003 to 2004. He also served as a director for the Philippine Movement for Good Governance. Very active ho ito si Architect Sack sa kanyang tinitirhan sa Marikina. He's currently the chairperson for the Professional Regulation Commission on Architecture. So, siya rin ho ang nakaupong chairman ng mga nagre-regulate at nagpapasa ng mga future architects. So, kung may problema ang ating mga architectural graduates, alam ang pupuntahan. Architect Nac Cagayano yan. He's also the chairman and president of two top-notch architectural firms and the executive vice president of the Philippine Association of Regulatory Board Members Incorporated. Congratulations, Lalo. Your son, Robert Samuel Sac, is given medalya awardee in the field of science, technology, and engineering. Ito hong pangatlo is a doctor. Doktor ho naman to. At ito, kilala natin dito. Talagang tubong Cagayan at dito talaga siya based sa Cagayan. He was born in Tuao to Salud Pahela and Romeo Guzman. He finished his 11th St. Paul and then sa Ateneo, and then he finished his medicine at the Far Eastern University. He placed 6th in the medical board examination for medicine in the year 1970. So sa kanyang academics, makita naman natin magaling siya. But he was not awarded because of academics. He was awarded because of his selfless dedication to giving aid to the underprivileged and the most marginalized members of society. He has been very active and has received awards from the DSWD for sending volunteers in disaster response during Super Typhoon Lawin. And even before, we have seen this doctor work ng mga pinatubo, yung earthquake sa Baguio, lahat na ho ng mga pangangailangan ng tulong na uuna ito. And he has been in the private sector. He is the founder and president of Medical Colleges of Northern Philippines, International School of Asia and the Pacific, and Holy Infant Hospital, and the Dr. Ronald P. Guzman Medical Center. Two basic needs in our community, health and education. He has responded to this. Not in small time, but he has built institutions. Okay? He is an activist and a very passionate one at that. Wala ho itong inuurungan. Okay. He was one of the nominees for the Outstanding Alumni of Far Eastern University in 2002, and in March 2006, he was finalist for the Heidi Yorak Award. In 1991, he was conferred the prestigious Ozanam Award during the Ateneo de Manila University Loyola year with academic convocation. Ito ho ang pride ng Tuao at ng Tugigaraw, si Dr. Ronald Pahela Guzman, ditong medalya awarding for education and public service. Pati ho, Kalinga Apayaw nakikinabang dito kasi meron doon siyang mga schools doon. Kung baga ito ho si Dr. Ronnie Guzman, siya ho ang nagbukas ng pintuan ng mga eskwelahan na pwedeng mapasukan ng mga talagang mahihirap sa ating bayan. So he has successfully blended his academic credentials and schools that are now institutions in our community. Next, we go naman ho dun sa category ng peace and order. Okay. Ang ating awardee for 2017 was born in Tugigaraw, the youngest child of Artemia Talay and Pablo Atag. Luisian ho ito ng elementary and high school at siya ho ay nagtapos sa Philippine Military Academy in 1984. He also earned master's